Welcome back to Evelyn the Advocate. I am Dr. Evelyn Denise Hemphill. Today we step into our educational series, Practical Knowledge that every survivor, every advocate, and every family member touched by domestic violence deserves to have. Let's get right into it. Identity destruction and rebuilding. One of the primary goals of coercive control is identity destruction. The abuser systematically dismantles your sense of who you are, your confidence, your perception of your own worth, your trust in your own judgment. Because a person who knows who they are is much harder to control. By the time many survivors leave, they have been living in someone else's definition of them for so long that they cannot remember who they are. I spent years believing things about myself that were not true, that I was unstable, that I was the problem. The psychological evaluations I was ordered to take during the custody battle came back saying, I am a truthful person who responded in a candid and realistic manner. When I read those results, I cried. For the first time, an official record said she told the truth. Rebuilding your identity after abuse is not a dramatic moment. It is a series of small decisions to trust your own perception, to spend time with people who affirm the version of you that existed before the relationship, to pursue something that reflects who you actually are. Forgiveness is not an endorsement of what was done to you. It is not a requirement that you reconcile with the person who harmed you. Forgiveness is the decision to stop carrying the weight of their choices in your own body. Before I forgave, a negative cloud seemed to follow me everywhere. Nothing worked out. When I made the decision to forgive, not for them, but for myself, doors began to open. My health began to improve. Forgiveness was the medicine, and it is available to you regardless of whether the person who harmed you ever takes responsibility for what they did or not. In the final episode, we pull everything together. A message to the survivor who found this channel at exactly the right moment, and an invitation into the community of Evelyn the Advocate. Key takeaways. The version of you that your abuser described is not you. It is the story they needed you to believe so you would stay. Look for evidence of who you actually are in the people who knew you before, in everything you accomplished despite the abuse. Forgiveness is self-care, not absolution. You can forgive fully and still choose no contact. Forgiveness releases their weight from your body so you can move. Identity reconstruction takes time and intentional investment. Invest in the things that reflect who you are. Education, community, advocacy, creative work, faith. Identity is not found. It is built. You were somebody before you met them. You are somebody now. And who you are becoming because of everything you survived is more than they ever could have imagined.